What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new here, hi if you're not. If you're watching this video thinking,
Danielle, you look kind of tired.
That's because I am. If you're also thinking,
Danielle, you're in a weird location.
That's because I am. Today we're going to be reacting to some content, so hopefully it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Quick shout out to my channel VIP members before we get started, as well as the billionaire tier, Harrison, Tom, and Suzanne. Thank you all so much for being here and for your financial contributions to this channel. I really do appreciate it so much. Okay, so if you watched the video I published early last week, you might recall a screenshot that I shared that was actually shared by This Is Mallory over on Instagram, but she shared it on Threads. Anyway, I asked if you guys wanted me to react to the post in its entirety, and naturally 2 people said yes, so I decided to make a whole video about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link the original video here, but I'm gonna show it on the screen anyway to catch you up to speed. Essentially, one of the recurring characters here on this channel, who will not be named, if you're in the industry, you might know who this individual is, but it really doesn't matter. She shared a post that basically read this: "The moment you hire me, you will double your income, and this is why." Immediately, I see this, red flags, alarm bells are going off. In what world can you make a promise like that? To me, immediately I'm thinking, and if you're a lawyer, you can chime in the comments, this seems like a massive liability to essentially be promising clients that if they work with you, they're going to double their income.
It sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes, thank you. You will get rich quick. We all will.
Unless maybe your current income's like $5, because to make it to $10, hey, I could teach you that. Sign up for my coaching program. Okay, so let's get into the bulk of the post. So the next slide reads, "You'll be reminded of who you are, how powerful you are, and how valuable your work is. And because of that, you won't lower your standards anymore. You won't water yourself down. You won't waver. You will always show up in full conviction, never needing things outside of you to validate you. You'll attract the clients and money you know you're meant to have effortlessly." Okay. So to me, this is kind of feeding into a common narrative that we've seen in a lot of the content here on my channel, and we see in the coaching industry in general, which is the concept of like charge your worth, creating pricing based on your innate value, and not necessarily using the tools and techniques that an actual business would use, and instead creating a pricing structure and a business on the foundation of vibes and how you feel about yourself, which for the record is not real business advice. But what I'm taking away, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comments, is that if you can learn to be more confident in yourself, you'll be able to make more money, because people are essentially attracted to that confidence and will want to give you their money. So con man who? Don't know her. Yikes. Okay, so the next slide reads, "You'll see that it's safe to be insanely successful, insanely fast, and so things that sound crazy to others will seem normal to you within days. You will normalize more fast. You'll see that even though you are already making way more money than most people, it's safe to continue to make so much more. And because of that, you'll rise into new levels of income constantly. You won't be capped where you are, because you'll trust yourself to create and hold more and more." So again, still not seeing real business advice, and I come back to this because this person presents themselves as a business coach, and I think this particular slide is really just feeding into the narrative that like
Mindset is more important than strategy. If you believe you can make a lot of money, you'll make a lot of money.
which, if you know how the real world works, that's not really a thing. And so I'm assuming she's basically saying like, I will teach you the tools or give you the encouragement to feel safe with making a lot of money, and therefore you will start to make a lot of money. So I guess for those of you watching this video, myself included, the reason why we're not millionaires is because we don't believe we should be millionaires. So I guess we just need to like work on our positive mindset, and then we can be rich too. Got it. Next slide. "Your prices, content, and standards will get a massive upgrade. You'll know how to easily up them, all while keeping your income growing. You'll embody a new level of leadership and power and attract paid in full dream clients because of it." Again,
Believe harder in yourself and you'll be successful. Believe you can make money and you'll make money. Make better content and you'll make more money.
the thing that I think upsets me the most about posts that look like this, and again, this person isn't unique, we see stuff like this all the time in the content that I react to here on this channel, they're not really saying anything. They're using a lot of fluffy words about embodiment and power and leadership and making money and getting rich, but they're not really saying anything tangible or anything that has any actual value or meaning. Because outside of the coaching industry, if I were a small business owner and I sell these handcrafted mugs, if I hired a mentor and this is the type of information that they're sharing with me, this isn't gonna help me sell more of my ceramics.
Well, you got me.
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
I can't just embody being wealthy and imagine that I'm going to be a millionaire and then suddenly it'll come. I need an actual strategy that's going to help me create the systems and the business that's going to get me there. And so anytime I read anyone's kind of like coaching content, particularly when they call themselves a business coach, I think, does this advice apply to a business that is not for coaches who coach other coaches? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. This wouldn't be helpful anywhere other than if I'm also a coach who coaches other coaches, because I'm just brainwashing myself to then teach my clients how to brainwash themselves, and so on and so on and so on. Next up, you'll be focused on financial longevity over random cash injections, which will make your cash days higher and higher anyways. When we work on recurring revenue, sustainability, and scaling, mid-level offers are the priority. You'll grow these without any more of your time, so you make more and do less. Okay, if you haven't watched my live stream, I know the live streams aren't for everyone, but if you're into that kind of thing, I would recommend you watch this one that I did here, specifically talking about Amanda Francis, because it came up in the chat during that live stream that people who have paid for her offers are actually paying for access to live streams that she's done on places like Facebook or on Zoom calls that she's then essentially just packaged up and sold as like a mini course or a masterclass, etc. And so my assumption is when they're talking about mid-level offers where you don't actually have to like take any more of your time, you're just going to essentially repurpose existing content into a product that you're then going to charge anywhere from like $200 to $1,000 for, and set them up on like an evergreen funnel, which is something that just like runs on its own and you don't have to put a ton of effort into promoting it. And while sure, I think digital products are a good way to make, you know, a side income, and for some people their full income, provided that the digital product you're selling is actually worth the amount that you're charging for it, and that you're not just throwing together garbage and then telling people it's worth $500, then they watch it and they're like,
wow, this was really disappointing.
But of course, this is all just speculation. She didn't outright say that. I'm drawing my own assumptions based on what I've seen as patterns in the industry. And I really just think more often than not, I see a lot of really low quality content being packaged up as this like life-changing opportunity or offer. And all we really end up with is coaches lining their own pockets while the clients are left feeling like they've been cheated. Anyways, I digress. You won't be swayed and distracted by things that don't matter. Clients you've outgrown, comparing yourself to other coaches, losing yourself in the noise. You'll be laser focused and dialed in with who you are and what you're meant to do. You'll be more grounded and solid with yourself than ever. This is when the money gets insane. So again, we learn the right mindset and all of a sudden we're gonna be so laser focused on our business that we're gonna become millionaires. I think partly it's because I've become so jaded from consuming so much of this content that it really just pisses me off to see people trying to sell you on the idea that if you have a positive mindset and if you're confident with what you sell and if you stay focused on what it is you're trying to build, that you're gonna be successful. Like that success is absolutely inevitable, because the reality is most business owners are not going to be successful, and it's okay to accept the fact that not all of your ideas are going to be great ones. And no matter how much conviction or confidence I have in the thing that I'm selling, if it's a bad idea and nobody wants what I'm selling, I'm never going to be successful. And so I wish they would spend less time trying to sugarcoat this idea that
everyone is destined for success if they just follow steps A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Because the reality is for most people that's not going to be true. But then I guess they wouldn't really have a business and no one would really want to buy what they're selling if they were honest about what the probability for success actually was. Next, you'll have no hesitation at all. You'll know exactly what to do to keep growing. You'll always have the exact steps you need to take to get to the next level. You will waste zero time not knowing what to do or who to be. This is when illogical results will happen out of nowhere. I thought we were expecting those results. So we were expecting those results, that's why they're happening, but now we're not expecting them and they're still gonna happen. She's also saying that you're gonna get the exact steps you need, but so far hasn't given us any steps and is just giving fluffy word salad about how we're magically just going to know what to do and all of a sudden people are going to want to buy from us. So this isn't really giving me a lot of confidence in wanting to fork over what I'm assuming is going to be thousands of dollars for her words of wisdom. So I'm obviously not the target market, but this clearly must be working for someone. I'm confused. This is what happens in my close proximity spaces. It's not about what you need to do, it's about doing it all with ease. I've walked this path for many years, making multi-millions effortlessly. Let me show you how. I love it. This is my most favorite classic narrative that we see time and time again of,
I did this thing one time and now I have this process, this system. All you have to do is do exactly what I did and you're also going to be successful, even though we're going to ignore any privileges I had working in my favor, maybe the fact I got into the industry 7, 10, 8, 9 years ago, and the fact that no two businesses and no two people are exactly exactly the same. We're not gonna pay attention to that. I'm a millionaire, I can teach you how to be a millionaire, you just have to pay me thousands of dollars, and then you will also find success and become a millionaire.
I don't know. All this to say, this person didn't say anything but said a whole lot of things, and I'm really confused, and I don't know, that felt like a complete waste of my time, and I hope it didn't feel like that for you, but I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I know this video is short, but life is chaotic and I'm trying my best, okay? That's gonna be it for today's video. I'm gonna leave you on screen here with the question about whether or not mentorship is something that we should continue to pay for forever. What are your thoughts? Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!